This is Zcash, yeah? And I'm looking at a 1 hour chart. It doesn't matter what hour time frame we look at. It doesn't matter. I happen to know here, pay attention, this was a high and this right here was the low. See this move right here? Right? Is that true? Now pay attention. Watch. This is the high and this came down here and formed this low right here. Pay attention. Look, I'm just going to drag this out here. Look. Slant. Look, as it came back up here, couldn't get above the 50% level. Back down. Couldn't get above 50% level. Back down. Look what happens right here. I can't make this stuff up. Look what happens right here. This right here, it tried to pierce through, close down here. This candle right here closed above, and then the next candle was confirmation of support right above the 50% level. Look what happened after that. This is not even rocket science. Anywhere you go, I don't care. That was a 1 hour chart. Let's be ridiculous. Let's go to something like a 2-minute chart. Just in case you think this only works on higher time frames, you would be absolutely wrong. This right here, see what's going on with Zcash right now? See all of this right here? Your absolute high is here and your absolute low is down here on a 2-minute chart. Here's your high. Down here is your low. So what's going on right now? Pay attention. Look. How accurate is that? I'm going to make it real accurate for you. Back to 50%, lost it, crash. Came back up here, got resisted, then you found support. Support, 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 support. Why is Zcash fine? Why is it having a hard time breaking? It's not, guys, this $621 sitting now at 628. 621 is the 50% level and it is support right now. There's some people here right now like, no, that's what? I don't care what the asset is. I don't care what it is. I don't care what time frame it is. Where's the 50% level? And that works on, you said that work on anything? Anything. Anything. Here's Tesla. Here's NVIDIA. This is not NVIDIA. Right? Let's look at a day chart for NVIDIA real quick. Let's go here and look at it. Look at that. Look at this move right here for NVIDIA. Come on now. Where was the high? The high was here. This is the high, yeah? This right here is the low. Tell me what this is right here. Before you seen this shit. Ain't that the 50% level? Didn't you get rejected here and came down? Look, support rallied off of the 50% level. Came down here, lost the 50% level. Resistance, resistance, crash. Came back up here, resistance. It's not until you found support. Boom. I don't care what the asset is. This is the biggest company by market cap in the world. NVIDIA, and it works on NVIDIA just like it works on any asset that has a chart. I don't care what it is. You're welcome. That's, by the way, that's the tip of the iceberg. Any asset. I'm just going to keep on doing this. I might I'm just going to take all these HBAR, XRP. I'm finna take all of these things y'all throwing out here and none of it matters. It's the same thing. I'm just going to stay right here on this exact. I'm just going to go to something like a 1 hour time frame, which is, pretty much the middle of the road. Not too short, not too long. And let's just go and see if this thing is happening. Let's just see what the deal is right here. Right? This is XRP. Where's XRP right now? And I'm going to go real time to where we are. Real time. Peep game. This is XRP, yeah? Somebody say, yeah, that is XRP. Okay, great. This right here was the high. Look, we're looking at the nearest high was right here, and that was the low. Trying to figure out what this move right here was going to be. Look, we're coming down. We're coming down, right? So if this was the high right here, and this was the low, let's see what the 50% level tells us. Look, pay attention. Look, this is the high. This down here was the low, right? So let's just drag that out like this. And look, Uh-oh. You can see it with your own eyes, can't you? You get above the 50% level here. This is called a break and a retest. You was trying to find support on the 50% level. Let me explain to you exactly what happened here. You see this candle right here? This candle came slamming down to support, right? And then this was your confirmation candle to see if it was support. So it rallied up and it really couldn't break past this candle here. See how it closed under it? Green candles closed at the top and this candle closed under that red candle, which means that's not bullish at all. So the next candle was bearish and came back here to find support. And then these two candles right here, they're called doji candles. Neither one of them closed above this red bearish candle. All of this shit is bearish. So you finally lose the 50% level, crash. You're crashing down because you have to get above this. Is that true? Yes. Now let's go here and look at H-bar because somebody said H-bar. H-B-A-R, no problem. Let's look at H-bar. It doesn't matter to me where we look at. You know, here's H-bar, guys. Let's look at it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at H-bar. Look at this. Yikes. This whole move right here has been catastrophic. Well, I happen to know right here. Look, pay attention. This was the high. This was the low. So pay attention. Look at that. Oh, we'll get to this in a minute. But I first need to show you this action. That was your high. That was your low. Look, rejection, 50%, no. Support on the 50% level. Let me show you what kind of gains this is in case some of y'all don't make money in crypto. What kind of gains are these right here? Oh, that's like 12.5% off the 50% level to the upside. But what about all of that stuff right there? Oh, well, I'm so glad you asked. If this was the high and this was the low, and that gave us 12% that way, this is the low and that's the high. That's where it topped out, right? So if this right here is the low and this right here is the high, uh-oh. Somebody say it's right in your face. You lose the 50% level right here. This is the break and this is the retest, right? Failed the 50% level. Yikes. Somebody say yikes. That you would have shorted this 50% level and currently right now you would be in profit on a short about 23.5%, shorting that 50% level. Damn. Damn. Woo. And you ain't looking at no hammer candles and no, wow. Damn. That's no leverage, by the way. That's 23% straight up. What about if that was on leverage? What if you have 3x leverage shorting that? That would be 60-something percent. 10x leverage, 200% shorting the 50%. Yeah, I don't understand how people not making money listening to me out here. It's crazy. Let me double down on this to make sure. I'm about to double down on this because this is in my ebook. I mean, my crypto course. Wow. I'm turning the camera back around. That was H-bar. I'm turning my camera back around. So remember, now this is just a custom fib that I have. I just took away, some of the Fibonacci just to look at the 50%. But no. But wait, you see this move right here? You think that this move right here is something that you can't actually know what's going on. Well, let's see if that's true. What do you think happens if I go here back to my Fibonacci and I have these custom fib templates? What do you think happens if I click on this custom fib? Now pay attention to this move. It left the 50% level and it's all the way down here. What do you think happens when I click this? Watch, look. Oh my gosh. So wait a minute. We left the 50% level, came down here, touched the 618. The 786 here. Ding. Came up here, got rejected on the 618, which means if you was late shorting this, you definitely should have shorted this. Oh, I'm going to rub it in for anybody not paying attention. So you should, if you didn't short the 50% level, you definitely shorted the 618, right? Okay. Comes down here, boom, right? Slams all the way down here to the 1618. Is that blue line? Is that true? Right here, you see that the 1618, look, support, Support resistance kind of loses it here. And then you're getting rejected right now at the 1618. So shorting this made you all the money. Shorting this made you a good bit of the money. Shorting this right here still makes you money. Because wait a minute. From this 1618 of resistance here to where we are right about now is 6%. Damn. On a 10X, that's 60%. You mean to tell me, my boy, stop. Just stop. No. Now, y'all be in a rush to get in these trades. You ain't got to rush. What are you rushing for? Go hang out with your friends, right? Watch your favorite Netflix shows and stuff like that. It's still money. You still gonna make some money in here. Even if you miss the entry point, that is the absolute best entry point. It's still money.